When video games are remade, the idea is that the remake will do everything better than the original did. After all, the remakes have a lot going for them. Newer technology, bigger budgets, and the fact that the developers already know what worked and didn't work in the originals. So you'd think a remake would take what's great about the original and improve upon it further. But that's not always the case. I'm Primordial Tech Gaming, and here are 5 things original games did better than their remakes. The last one is sure to cause some spicy arguments in the comments, so be sure to stick around till the end.
You are watching Primordial Tech.
Now I want to preface this by saying I'm not talking about the overall experience, but rather specific elements that the original games did better. Also, I'm going to do my best to avoid spoilers here, but for one item on the list, it's completely unavoidable. So when we get to that point, I'll put a timestamp on the screen in case you want to skip it. Alright, let's jump into it. Number 1. Metal Gear Solid. Core Mechanics. Metal Gear Solid is an iconic stealth-based action-adventure game developed by Konami and released on the PlayStation in 1998. It's known for its highly cinematic nature, legendary bosses, and breaking the fourth wall. It was later remade as Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes on the GameCube in 2004. So what does the original game do better? Well, sometimes it's not what a game does, but what it doesn't do. In the case of Metal Gear Solid, I'm talking about a very specific game mechanic: ledge grabbing. Picture this, you're playing the original Metal Gear Solid. You just infiltrated the base and climbed your way down into the tank hangar. You need to get from up here to an elevator that's right down there. In order to do this, you need to sneak past this camera, walk across this clanky metal catwalk, sneak past this camera, go down these stairs, and make it to the elevator without any of the guards seeing you. What you see here is level design tailored to the core game mechanics. However, in Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes, they added a ledge grabbing mechanic, meaning you can literally just drop down and skip everything I just mentioned.
You took a shortcut and gained nothing. You cheated not only the game, but yourself.
Yeah. Look, I get it. They wanted the remake to take advantage of the updated mechanics from Metal Gear Solid 2. But Metal Gear Solid 2 was made with these mechanics in mind, from the ground up. Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes was not. Number 2. Resident Evil 3. Nemesis Behavior. Capcom's Resident Evil franchise is considered by many to be the gold standard in survival horror. In the mid to late 90s, the Resident Evil series dominated the genre with its cinematic use of pre-rendered backgrounds, engaging puzzles, and heavy focus on resource management. Following the remarkable success of Resident Evil 2, Capcom released Resident Evil 3 on the PlayStation in 1999. While Resident Evil 3 did not necessarily shake up the Resident Evil formula, it was the first game in the series to feature an enemy that actively pursued you throughout the game. In survival horror, these types of enemies are called stalkers, and in Resident Evil 3, the stalker had a name: Nemesis.
Stars.
Who remembers the feeling of dread that Nemesis created back in the late 90s? I mean, this mutant brute was literally terrorizing you throughout the game. You never knew when he was going to pop in for a visit, and once he was on your tail, he was not easy to shake. He would literally chase you from room to room, or street, or alley, making you feel like you are never truly safe. Nemesis appearances always felt random because the choices you made in the game determined when and where he would appear. Fast forward to 2020, and we see Resident Evil 3 get a shiny new coat of paint in the remake. In addition to the graphics overhaul, several game mechanics were updated as well. Weapons can be swapped at the press of a button, and you can actually aim your weapon with full range of motion. So surely the devs improved upon the already good stalker behavior of Nemesis, right? Wrong. Nemesis encounters in the remake are completely scripted. He only comes out in predetermined points in the game, his behavior is absolutely predictable, and he doesn't give you that signature feeling of overwhelming dread that he did in the original. He's gone from a diesel engine of terror to just a big ugly nuisance. Come on Capcom, you nailed the stalker mechanic with Mr. X in the Resident Evil 2 remake, and that game didn't even have a stalker in the original. Perhaps you blew your wad in the wrong game? Number 3. Silent Hill 2. Pacing. The second game in Konami's Silent Hill franchise was a masterpiece of a survival horror game. The atmosphere, the story, the way it pulled you into a nightmarish world and never let go of you. Upon its release on the PlayStation 2 in 2001, Silent Hill 2 was considered the most well-executed example of psychological horror ever presented in a mainstream video game. It took everything that was great about its predecessor and made it even better. Then the remake came along in 2024, and it brought with it so much that wasn't in the original game. Updated graphics, highly immersive spatial audio, modern combat mechanics, and vastly superior voice acting. But there was one thing it added that just felt excessive. And what was that exactly? Well, to put it simply, about 10 extra hours of gameplay. Yeah, the remake is over twice as long as the original. Now, don't get me wrong, I love when a game has a lot of content. I have over 300 hours logged into Skyrim and loved every minute of it. But when parts of a game are overly long and drawn out, it takes a major toll on pacing. And to be frank, Silent Hill 2 Remake destroys its pacing by padding some segments with way too much filler. 3+ hours to get through the apartments, 5+ hours to get through the hospital.
You ever feel like this is getting a little old?
At some point, you may have found yourself saying, enough is enough. I know I did. The original was an 8 to 10 hour game that gave just the right amount of time to each segment. It felt very well paced throughout. The remake stretches it out to 16+ hours, making some segments feel like an absolute chore to get through. Number 4. Final Fantasy VII. Story. Final Fantasy VII is widely considered to be the greatest JRPG, or Japanese role-playing game, of all time. Released on the PlayStation in 1997 by Squaresoft, now Square Enix, it was critically acclaimed for its breathtaking environments, memorable characters, and excellent story. The game is so loved that we already have not one, but 2 remake titles at the time of this video, with more to come. The original story was told in a single game, whereas the remake breaks it up into a series of games, each telling a piece of the story. And now is the point where we're going to get into some spoilers, so if you want to spare yourself the anguish of having story elements ruined for you, you can jump to this point in the video. Spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Aeris dies. Yep. Aeris' life is brutally ended by Sephiroth in the Forgotten City. It turns out she's deathly allergic to giant swords through her stomach. In all seriousness though, this was an absolutely shocking moment back in 1997. We were completely devastated by what we saw as we gripped our PlayStation controllers like we were desperately holding on to the memories of her. Don't act like you didn't tear up, at least a little bit. This is one of my top 3 saddest video game moments of all time. But it's not specifically Aeris' death that I want to discuss here, it's the whole sequence of events around it. In the original, it's pretty straightforward. Aeris prays for Holy, a powerful spell with the ability to save the planet. As she does so, Sephiroth swoops down from above and impales her with his giant sword, completely unaliving her. Then the remaining protagonists fight Jenova, Sephiroth gets away, and Aeris is given a very bittersweet farewell as Cloud lowers her into the waters outside the Forgotten City. Emotionally heavy, but told in such a simple way, it's like the writers actually wanted you to process what you saw. The remake? Oh boy, where do I begin? No really, I don't even know what's going on here, so I'm not even going to try to explain it in detail, but here's the gist of it. Sephiroth merges multiple timelines into one, in a process he calls homecoming. He's essentially manipulating a multiverse in order to defy destiny. In one timeline, he kills Aeris. In another timeline, Cloud saves Aeris by deflecting Sephiroth's blade with his own. The game doesn't really explain itself while this is going on. And when you think Aeris is gonna be spared, the scene just kinda glitches to the timeline where she dies. Oh, and the Whispers. What even are the Whispers? Square Enix, are you okay? This barely scratches the surface of what goes on during this part in the remake. It leaves me wondering, was any of this even necessary? And last on the list is number 5, Super Mario Bros. Aesthetics. The original Super Mario Bros. Is a game that needs no introduction, but in case you've been living under a rock for over 40 years, here is the game in a nutshell. Super Mario Bros. Is a classic platforming game, released on the NES by Nintendo in 1985. The player controls Mario as he traverses through level by level, world by world, on a quest to save Princess Toadstool from the evil clutches of Bowser. You jump, you break blocks, and you power up. As far as platformers go, it's about as simple as it gets. The game was later remade on the SNES in 1993, in a collection of remakes titled Super Mario All-Stars. And what changes did the remake bring to the table? Well, not many, really. It added a save feature, that's a huge plus, and it had some physics tweaks, but it also did something that touched my nostalgia in a very inappropriate way. It completely changed the aesthetics of the game. Look at both versions side by side. The colors are completely different. There was no grass on the ground in the original version, it was just solid rock. And what's this? They added smiley faces to the clouds? Why? This wasn't just a graphics overhaul. This was a personal attack on some of my earliest memories in life. Never mind the fact that Super Mario All-Stars is also part of my early memories. That's not the point. Super Mario Bros. Came out on the NES first, and that's my nostalgic identity. And I will die on this hill. Alright, get it together. Deep breath. Deep breath. But the colors, they're all wrong, and the clouds are laughing at me, and the original version came bundled with Duck Hunt on the same cartridge. Yeah, remember Duck Hunt? The game where you had to hit the ducks with the zapper, and if you put the zapper directly up to the screen, you'd hit them every time. And the dog would run out to retrieve the ducks, and I remember I was only allowed to play Nintendo for 1 hour a day, and then it was my sister's turn, but my sister never wanted to play, so sometimes I got to play for 2 hours.
And he did not stop ranting for 45 minutes.
And that's 5 things original games did better than their remakes. The key takeaway here is that sometimes game elements are simply better left unchanged. If you made it this far in the video, help me out by dropping a like and maybe even subscribing to the channel. And I promise I will keep making the highest quality content I can. Also, let me know in the comments, what remakes have you played that dropped the ball in one way or another? Alright guys, let's lay this one to rest. This is Prime Tech Gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out.